بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
هيا على خير الأمل هيا على خير الأمل هاي حسين يا حسين هاي حسين يا 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 حسين
زہرا قبول کیجئے پرسا حسین کا
زہرا قبول کیجئے پرسا حسین کا زہرا قبول کیجئے پرسا حسین کا
پیاسے کعبے وطن کا شاہ مشرقین کا
زہرا قبول کیجئے
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على سيد الأشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وحبيب إله العالمين الذي قيل في شانه وما أرسلناك إلا رحمة للعالمين أهلي أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد الصلاة والسلام على الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المنتجبين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم إن الحسين مصباح الهدى وسفينة النجاة صلوات الله اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد Alhamdulillah, Allah Azza wa Jal has blessed us again in our life that this month of sadness, this month of remembrance has come again in our lives. And we need to take this opportunity and we need to realize that Allah Azza wa Jal has given us many responsibilities in our lives. When we are young, we have a responsibility towards our parents. Our parents, they have a responsibility towards us. Our responsibility, on the other hand, is just towards our parents. But our parents, they have a responsibility towards their children, and at the same time, they have a responsibility towards their own parents. This month of Muharram, this month which is associated with Ali Muhammad. If we look at all the 12 months in Islam from Muharram to Zilhajj, every single month that we have, it is attached with Ali Muhammad. Muharram is attached with Imam Hussain. The month of Safar is attached with baby Zainab Salamullah alayha. And so forth, when we look at Rabiul Awwal, it is attached with the Holy Prophet. Rajab is with Imam Ali, Shaban is with Imam Hussain and Hazrat Abbas. And so forth, every single month, it is linked with Ali Muhammad. Alhamdulillah, you are amongst those people that are blessed to have those imams that when we need guidance, we need to look at the lives of Ali Muhammad. A normal person, when he is busy in his daily life, he is trying to find sport for himself. For example, those people, those youth that we have that enjoy swimming. When you were young, before you went swimming, your parents made sure that you had life bands or arm bands, so that when you go into the water, if you do not know how to swim, then these bands that you have on your arms, they will support you in the water and you will not drown in the water. Try to look at this in a way that your parents here are protecting you, are supporting you in the water, not by physically being in the water. They are giving you the equipment that you need to support yourself, and when you are in the water, you will not drown. This is an example that every single person can relate to. Those that do not know how to swim, nowadays a lot of the youngsters, they play football. Let's take football for example. You cannot just get up and start kicking the football around. Before you start any sport, whether it is football, cricket, hockey, you decide afterwards what you want to do with that sport. But as soon as you realize that this is a sport that you want to do, your parents do not think about the advantages that you will get from that sport. The first thing that any parent will do is, what are the disadvantages of playing that sport? And what do your parents do in return? They make sure that they provide you with the sport that you need to protect yourself and your body whilst you are doing that sport. In football, we have the knee pads. We have the gear which protects your arms and especially your legs, that when you are playing football, your legs are not damaged. Same with the hockey. Same with any sport that we have. You are provided with sport. You are provided with the help to keep you safe. This is that sport that we will leave behind in this world. What have we decided to do with that responsibility that has been given to us by Allah Azza wa Jal? What are we doing to protect the iman that we have inside us? What are we doing to protect the iman inside us? And your parents have fulfilled those responsibilities. But unfortunately, in the world, in the Western society that we live in, our youngsters do not realize what our parents and their parents go through when it comes to protecting us, not just physically, but spiritually as well. This is the second year that I've had the honor to recite here at Mahdi. This is a blessing for you. And the surrounding area here, that the elders who have decided to put the foundation of this idara, of this anjuman, what is the purpose of this? The purpose of this is so that you are given the full support that you require to protect your iman in this world and in the hereafter. And if we want to move forward in life, then we need to first understand the responsibilities which are upon us. Because the only problem that we have in today's society is that no one is actually understanding what their responsibility is. As a youngster, as a believer of Ali Muhammad, you have certain responsibilities upon you. No matter what age you are, you have a responsibility. This month of Muharram, if we look in the world, it is not associated with any other sect. When the zikr of Ali Muhammad is mentioned, when the zikr of Imam Ali, Imam Hassan, Imam Hussain is mentioned, people automatically assume that the person who is mentioning this zikr or the person who is doing this zikr, he is a Shia. This is the title that we have been given. And we are blessed. Why? Because we have been given that title that has not been given to us by any normal person. This title, Shia, has been used by Allah. Title Shia for the youth. The title which is not man-made. It is a title which Allah not just gave to any normal person, but Allah gave to His Prophet. And when Allah gives someone a title, then you need to understand that if Allah is giving you a title, then what is your responsibility? These next coming days, the topic which I have chosen. Last year, the topic that we had was how to connect with Allah through Ali Muhammad. That was our last year's topic. And this year's topic, inshallah, which we will discuss in the coming days is how to get guidance through Ali Muhammad. Because we can connect with Allah Azza wa Jal, which we have explained last year. But the youth need to understand how to obtain guidance from Ali Muhammad. Because it is our iman and it is our yaqeen that every single thing has been mentioned in the Quran. And when the Quran has mentioned everything, the Prophet and his family have clarified it even further. Then why shall we be amongst those people that try to look for the solution to our problems through worldly matters, through worldly people? Because all of our problems and solutions are through the Prophet and his family. Going back to the responsibility that Allah has bestowed upon us, we have been given the title that we are Shiyan Ali. We have been given the title that we are followers of Imam Ali. And by saying that we are Shia, by saying that we are believers of Ali Muhammad, we have more responsibilities than those people that just claim to love Ali Muhammad. This is the month of Muharram. And as soon as the month of Muharram comes, what do? Automatically, we start to dress in black. We change the way we dress. We change the colors in our house to show the world that this month of Muharram, we are spending this month in the remembrance of the sacrifice of Imam Hussain. Physically, we have changed our clothes. We have started wearing black. The world sees that those that claim to follow Imam Ali, those that claim to follow Imam Hussain, they have changed their clothes. And in these 10 days that we have, those people that are not even Shia, they avoid wearing black clothes. Why? Because when they will wear black clothes, people will also associate them with the followers of Ahlul Bayt. This is a problem that we have in our society. Imam Shafi, he was an Imam of the Ahlul Sunnah. His own people killed him on the spot. Why? Because Imam Shafi would write the fazilat of Ahlul Muhammad. And when his people asked him, "Oh Imam, why do you continue to do the fazilat of Ahlul Muhammad?" Imam Shafi replies and says, "Because there is no other fazilat than the fazilat of Ahlul Muhammad." People accused him of being a Shia, being a Rafsi, being a follower of Ahlul Muhammad. And what did Imam Shafi say? He said that if loving Ahlul Muhammad, if praising Ahlul Muhammad, if that is a sign of me being a Shia, then I am a Shia. These people, we need to understand that in this century that we are living in this year 2019, in the Islamic year 1441, we have more responsibilities on us as the years pass. Because now it is a year where people do not ask you of a book. They won't say to you, "Go bring us and show us in a book." Because every single thing is on the internet. If you need to Google a hadith, you just need to put the reference and the hadith will come up with it. But we, as followers of Ali Muhammad, we need to show the world that we are not just Shia in these 10 days. We are not just Shia in the month of Muharram, or we are not just Shia in the month of Rajab and Sha'ban. We are Shia every single breath that we take. And once we understand that every single breath that we take, it is because of the sacrifices of Ali Muhammad that we are sitting here today and remembering what Ali Muhammad did for us. This is a blessing from Allah. Imam Jafar as-Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam said, 3 actions of a person are the best actions that he can do. 3 actions of a person are the best actions that a person can do. The first action that the 6th Imam says is that a person needs to recite his namaz on time. One of the major problems that we have in our society is that when it comes to any ibadat, majlis, zikr, azadari, namaz, anything that we do not do it according to the time that we say that we will do it. The Imam is trying to explain to us that if you want to be successful, the first thing that you need to do is you need to organize your time. You need to be punctual. Recite your namaz on time. The Imam is saying that is one of the best actions that you can do. The second thing that the Imam says, the best action that a person can do is, the Imam says that he needs to maintain good behavior with his parents. He needs to have good akhlaq. He needs to show good morals and support towards his parents. Alhamdulillah, every year, the reason why in every single idara throughout England, the reason why an English speaker is needed is because our youth complain that we cannot understand the Urdu speaker, or we cannot understand the Zakir who is reciting Masahib in Punjabi. Your parents are fulfilling the responsibility by providing you with a platform where you can understand the teachings of Ali Muhammad. The least that you can do is try to understand the teachings of Ali Muhammad. Not every single person can learn the teachings of Ali Muhammad by heart. Even the ulama, a time comes when they even have to open a book and look at the teachings of what Ali Muhammad has said. But the Imam is saying, look, after namaz, the second action that Imam Sadiq is saying is that one of the best deeds that you can do is have good morals, good communication, good akhlaq towards your parents. And the third thing that the Imam says that is the best action is to struggle in the way of Allah. Now when the word jihad is mentioned, people assume that jihad means to take a sword, to go into battle and to kill someone. But look, what does the Holy Prophet of Islam say? The Holy Prophet of Islam says that jihad is of two types. One is jihad akbar, and the second is jihad asghar. Now we think that the biggest jihad that we can fight in our life is when we take a sword and we go into the battlefield. But the Holy Prophet says that the biggest jihad akbar that a person can do is to fight with his nafs. To fight with himself, to fight with his desires. That is the biggest jihad. And this month of Muharram reminds us of jihad. It reminds us of the struggle that Imam Hussain faced when he was in Karbala. Imam Hussain gave his family, gave his children, gave himself and his companions. Why? So today you can sit here and remember Allah and His Prophet without any fear. We need to understand what the family of the Holy Prophet went through and how hard it was for them to make sure that this religion gets to us today so that we can find guidance through the teachings of Ali. The Quran itself is guide for us. The Holy Prophet himself, he is a guide for us. And Ali Muhammad also guides for us. But how can we find guidance from Ali Muhammad? How can we make sure that we fulfill our responsibilities as a Muslim, fulfill our responsibilities as a mu'min, fulfill our responsibilities as a muhib of Ali Muhammad? We don't understand. Many of our youngsters now, when they look at the media, they do not understand the struggle that our sect is facing. Because the teachings of Banu Umayyah, they have not finished. Every single day, those people that follow the teachings of Banu Umayyah and all those khilafats that were against the fundamental teachings of Ali Muhammad, every single day they are putting new propaganda within our religion. And I mentioned this last year. This issue of Azadari and Vilayat, this is not an issue that we should worry about, especially in this month of Muharram. This month of Muharram is to remember Imam Hussain, to do the zikr of Imam Hussain. This is not a month to fight amongst ourselves and to prove who is the bigger azadar of Imam Hussain. Because we can do whatever we want to do, but it is Imam Hussain who will accept our azadar. So we shouldn't make these an issue for us. And our youngsters and our youth need to understand the biggest treasure that we have been given, the biggest bounty, the biggest blessing, the biggest mercy which has been passed on to us is the vilayat of Ali ibn Abi Talib. We have a loud salawat. Biggest bounty that we have, it is the vilayat of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Someone came to the 6th Imam, Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. And when he came to the Imam, he said to the Imam, "Oh Imam, I am a poor person." Now this hadith can relate to any person who says that he does not have enough bounties of Allah as well. When a person has a better car than us, we think inside our hearts that Allah has showered more bounties upon him and Allah has given us less bounties. When a person has more children than us, we think, Ya Allah, why does he have more mercy, blessings and bounties? Why do I only have one child? This is our fitrat. This is our nature, that whenever someone has more, we think in our heart, why do we have less? This is the nature of every single human. Someone came to the 6th Imam and said, "Oh Imam, I am a faqir." Faqir literally translates as a person who is without wealth, who cannot afford the second time food that he needs to have. For example, if a person has breakfast, he does not have enough money that he can afford the afternoon tea or food. He is known as a faqir. He's left everything to Allah as well. Do you think that any one of us is classed as a faqir or a poor person? Because in this Western country that we are living in, we plan our weekly meals in advance. Every single person, when he goes shopping weekly, he will plan 1 week or a month in advance. If you are planning, then you need to understand that Allah has given you the bounties that you have the tawfiq to plan in advance. So he comes to the Imam and he says to the Imam, "Oh Imam, I am a faqir, I am a poor person, and I need something so that I can make something in my life." The Imam looked at this person and said, "Are you literally calling yourself a faqir in front of me?" The person looked at the Imam and said, "Oh Imam, I do not have anything. Just these clothes that I am wearing, that is all that I have. I do not have anything to my name." The Imam looked at him again and said, "Literally, you are telling me that you have nothing?" He says, "Oh Imam, I have nothing." Imam says that, "Are you not a believer of us?" He says to the Imam, "Oh Imam, I believe in you." The Imam says to him, "Do you not believe in the vilayat of Ali ibn Abi Talib?" He says, "Imam, yes, I have the vilayat of Ali ibn Abi Talib." The Imam says to him, "Oh person, I am going to give you 1,000 gold coins. Give me this vilayat of Ali ibn Abi Talib." He says to the Imam, "Oh Imam, I cannot give you this vilayat of Ali ibn Abi Talib." The Imam looks at him again and says, "Oh person, I give you the promise that you will be amongst those people that will go into Jannah. Give me this vilayat of Ali ibn Abi Talib." Look at the hadith. Every single person, every single amal that we do, every single zikr, every single majlis that we attend, deep inside our hearts, we have the niyat that if we are doing this, we will please Ali Muhammad. When we please Ali Muhammad, Allah will be pleased. And when Allah will be pleased, we will be amongst those people that will go into paradise. The Imam is saying to this person, "Oh person, I will give you 1,000 gold coins. Give me this vilayat." The person says no. The Imam says, "I will give you the promise that on the day of judgment you will go into paradise." He says, "No Imam, I cannot give you this vilayat." The Imam says to him, "I promise you that you will have the highest house in Jannah if you give me this vilayat." The person says, "No Imam, I cannot give you this vilayat." The Imam looks at him and says, "Oh person, then tell me, you are not willing to sell this vilayat for money. You are not willing to sell this vilayat for a house in Jannah. You are not willing to sell this vilayat for Jannah. Then how are you the poorest person in front of my eyes? You are the richest person in front of me." Richest person, you are the wealthiest person. Why? Because you have the vilayat of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Understand the responsibility. Understand the responsibility of vilayat. Understand the responsibility of azadari. Spend these next 10 days not by just showing the world that we are wearing black clothes, but learn something. Just one act from the lives of Ali Muhammad, and inshallah in these next days we will try to understand how we can guide ourselves and our children through the teachings of Ali Muhammad. We have a loud salah. Ali Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam gave a lot of sacrifices. We are sitting here today, and in the next 10 days, we will remember those tragedies that fell upon Imam Hussain. But let's go back. When was the first time that the foundation of Karbala was laid? O Azadar of Imam Hussain, when the Prophet of Islam, when he closed his eyes and when he departed from this world, the Holy Prophet of Islam spent his life telling the world, "Oh world, this is Hassan, this is Hussain, this is Ali, this is Fatima." Oh Azadar, what did these Muslims do after the passing of Rasulullah? A time came upon Ali Muhammad when these Muslims were standing in the front of the house of Rasulullah. Azadar, that was the same door when Rasulullah would come, he would recite Innama yuridullah, and he would wait for the permission of Zahra, and he would enter the house. Azadar, the foundation of Karbala was laid when these Muslims brought fire to the door of Fatima al-Zahra, and they said, "Oh daughter of Rasulullah, open the door or we will burn down the door." And the first fire came in front of the door of Zahra. Zahra was behind the door. Zahra was saying, "Oh Muslims, this is the door of Ali Muhammad. This is the door of Rasulullah." But Adadaro one tyrant stepped forward. He kicked the door. The door fell